yard of an apartment off Mission Road to remember the lives of women killed there. A tragedy that's now bringing a greater awareness to the impacts of gun violence and domestic violence issues.
It's a high number of women who are experiencing domestic violence, who are tethered to that relationship by that firearm.
I'm Gabriela Mercurio, your neighborhood reporter in Southeast Tallahassee. A Leon County gun assessment form from the National Institute for Criminal Justice Reform from 2021 to 2022 shows that almost 14% of deadly shooting victims in the county were women. This is information that community leaders are hoping will be highlighted more.
Women are so disproportionately affected by gun violence in domestic violence situations.
Emily Mitchum knows all too well the impacts of gun violence on women. She's the executive director of Refuge House, providing a safe place and resources for domestic and sexual violence victims in Leon County and surrounding communities in the Big Bend. Sunday night, 2 women were killed at the Mission Hills apartment complex in Tallahassee. Police say the suspect, a man, killed himself afterwards. While police have not connected the shooting to domestic violence, those days are raising awareness about the issue many women still face.
The gun issue in our community is very significant, and domestic violence needs to be included in those conversations because, again, the two just can't be separated. They go hand in hand.
Mitchum says that a gun is oftentimes the reason people stay in an unsafe situation.
We hear every day on our hotline the stories from victims who say, I want to walk out the door, but I know there's a gun sitting on his dresser. I want to go here, but I know he's got the gun on me.
Refuge House is having to turn away around 100 people each month for their 2 emergency shelters. They're working with organizations like Domestic Violence Coordinating Council to help get ahead of the problem by providing more educational resources. Executive Director Kelly O'Rourke says people involved in these violent situations are not new to the dangers of these situations.
A lot of times, people who were exposed to violence early, they use it themselves. It becomes a cycle of violence, and they say, hurt people, you know, so abusers tend to become abused.
In an effort to break that cycle, they're working to educate teenagers on warning signs and what to do if they're in an unsafe situation.
You want to cut this off in the beginning, give them better skills for communication, for relationships, whether it's boyfriends and girlfriends or family members, and find other ways to solve issues besides turning to violence.
As we see an increase in domestic violence locally, we want to make sure that you have these numbers to get you the help and resources you need. For ABC 27, I'm your Southeast Tallahassee reporter, Gabriela Mercurio.